Secretary Transport, Mr. Kuldeep Singh Gangwar, my Director, Mr. Rajan Satadekar, Zone President, Mr. Dekne, Goa Ken President, Mr. Roland Martins, Additional Collector Gopal Parsekar, our MD of KTC, Venancio Hurtado, our Device P in the police and who looks after traffic, Ramesh Angle, Chairman of Pollution Control Board, Mr. Sedgaonkar, all the other officers of my department, members of the press, young students and young minds who have come here for this National Road Safety Week. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure, of course, to be present at this National Road Safety Week. I, for one, would say, why week? It has to be every day in the year that you have to think of road safety. As I entered, obviously, the paintings put up by young budding minds, students of the schools or higher secondaries who are our future, especially that they hail from the rural areas, showcases as to how much of talent is there in our villages. And it, as Mahatma Gandhi had said, even in the whole country, the real India lies in the villages. The real talent lies. Ami mutta khede gawan khare talent asa. Because in each one of us, there is an artist. I say all of us, as Shakespeare said, we are actors. We are dramatists. We have a role to play. And who is better remembered than all those who perform well? They remember your act. Therefore, one very important act we have, and I am underlining the importance of the National Road Safety Week, is keeping ourselves safe and safe for others. My Transport Secretary, Mr. Gangwar, told you, either your parents are waiting for you, I would say your brother is waiting for you, your sister is waiting for you, a family member is waiting for you, or your friends are waiting for you. Are we happy when some accident happens or somebody breaks his limb or has a head injury which he never recovers? Answer is a big no. Therefore, why the opposition to the road safety measures? Why the heartburning in not following certain regulations? Why should you break the traffic rules? Why should you jump the signal? Why don't we realize we are doing it in our own interest, following the rules? You have to imbibe and inculcate that in yourself. Hue and cry when the new Motor Vehicle Act is going to be enforced. Merely reading what are the fines, going to increase from 500 to 10,000, going to increase to 5,000, going to increase to 1,000 from 100 rupees for not wearing a helmet. Why the hue and cry? Why you have to break the rule? If you wear a helmet, how will the police challenge you? How will Angle challenge you? How will my enforcement people from RTO give you a challenge when you are wearing a helmet? And you look at the cases in the GMC that come there. One accident case every day, one death every day due to accident. That's our, more or less our average. And they say 85% or 90% of the people would have been saved had they worn a helmet. When this is the official statistics, ये हकीकत है. This is the reality. When this is the truth and the reality, why can't we go by that? And what road safety measures, whatever you take, if you yourself don't want to obey them, then how will you keep yourself safe on the road, causing harm to others? Imagine a person getting fully drunk and comes on the main road where people drive at very high speed. Now when your second Zuari bridge gets ready, people will go at such high speed. You are like a bomb on the road. God knows how many cars and vehicles you will impact, how many people you will kill. Is it not right if the fine goes to 10,000 even with imprisonment? And you oppose that? You make a hue and cry in the newspapers? You issue statements? You are there all over the social media? Are we becoming a negative society? It is time to ponder. And what are we talking of? Safety. I say safety not only during the week, it should be during the whole year. And Nitin Gadkari ji, who is our Union Minister for Road Transport, has very consciously increased these fines. And I took it upon myself because I felt morally, because of the condition of the bad roads, I should not implement the act immediately. Goa is one of the few states which has not implemented. At the next cabinet meeting, because I want them also to deliberate, I want them to deliberate and decide whether we will go by what the center says, impose those fines as mandated by the center totally, or we should relax. But there is some bad news as far as relaxation is concerned. The Attorney General of India has opined that you have to go as per what is the Central Motor Vehicle Amendments, and it would be a fallacy not to follow that. And we don't want a situation where directives are issued again as per the constitution to the state. Please follow it because you are mandated to follow it. It is the central subject, Motor Vehicles Act. We Goans are known to be disciplined, actually known to be good people. Goa is a brand today in the entire world. So why can't we follow the rules? Why can't we simply obey traffic laws and keep yourself safe and citizens of this state safe? Is it asking for too much? When I have these young minds who have produced these beautiful paintings which depict more things than one as far as road safety is concerned, I think something deep down will sink into you, and it is you who have to tell your parents, you have to tell your uncles, you have to tell your aunties, you have to tell the older people, Papa, why are you not following the law? Why, Mama, why are you taking the scooter and not wearing the helmet? Why can't we wait at the traffic signal? You see at Zuari Bridge, why we have maximum problem? Everybody is in a tearing hurry. When the traffic slightly shoulder, he comes to the right, he comes to the left, and creates all sorts of problems. The day I announce here that I will be keeping camera and the day I keep my enforcement people, that day the traffic is disciplined. Why not the other days? That means our director has pointed out as to how in the entire north of Goa we hardly have 20 people for enforcement. In the south we may be having 17 or 18 as against police people 800. I don't grudge that. In fact, he needs more people. Even 800 is not enough. Today with the growing traffic population and vehicles selling every day, roads remain the same, things are worsening. And as rightly pointed out on the 4 E's, engineering, government has not been found wanting as far as engineering is concerned. That's why we have the third Mandovi bridge. That's why you have all your highways being broadened. That's why you have markings being done. That's why you have the fencing all along the national highways where vehicle will not go down. But if people drive so rashly that they bang the crash barrier and they go down the hill with the crash barrier, then which national highway, which government can protect you? You get drunk and then you bang a pole and you come down along with the pole. Who can protect you? So one has to realize this, and we have to ourselves think and ponder what is good for us. And the responsibility, I am happy there are younger people here. A large responsibility lies with the younger people. And transportation, as you know, we are a tourism state. We have got 15 lakhs population. We have tourists as many as 75 lakhs sometimes coming. We don't have such a happy transportation system. Why? Because we don't try to sometimes sieve through good and bad things, or we don't even have proper application of mind. When app-based taxi came, Goa Miles, as you know, how much of opposition we had to face. The government had to go to literal hell. Why? Just because you are having an app? Even today I give the taxi operators the option. You tie up with somebody, or you come with your own app and you run your own taxis. All of you come together. Government has no business on getting into this taxi business. We only are the regulators because we have to look after the interests of the tourists that come here. We have to look after the people who are transported or want to get moving by using different modes of transport. It is our job. And if we do that job properly, it hurts you. And social media has become a weapon to get more negativity into the system and in the minds. How will we be able to move forward? Kadamba Transport, in spite of their best effort, I would say best effort, because Valencio and his team and all his workers, I want to grant it to them. They have been trying their best to get a proper system in place. Now we are trying to get, government is trying to get electrical buses as well to reduce pollution and the footfall of pollution which is necessary in the country and for Goa as well. But when we are trying to do this, again opposition means whatever good things you do is opposition. I only hope that even application of the new Motor Vehicles Act will be taken in good spirit by citizens of Goa. The same spirit which our national leader and the Union Transport Minister Mr. Nitin Gadkari wanted, that it is not my intention to collect fines or income for the state through fines. It is my intention to keep you safe. It is my intention, he said, for you to make you follow the law, so we will have no accidents or very less accident, and therefore protect life and limb. That is the motto. Goans, please understand that, and through you young people, I am sure more people will understand it. Government of Goa, because of a slowdown or no mining taking place, it is not our intention to collect more money through fine. Not at all. It is a pittance what we would even be collecting with through more fine. If you look at the shortfall that is there, that is not the intention. Intention is to make the roads safer for you citizens of Goa, for you young people of Goa, for you riders and drivers of Goa who use the roads, who use the highways, who use the major district roads, who use the village roads. It is our intention to keep them safe. So therefore, when we enforce the new law, please do not feel offended. Please do not take it in another way. That is my humble request. Other thing is, now the Choco block where we face the problem always is along the Zuari bridge. That also speaks of safety. Because don't forget, work on the second bridge at Zuari is going on. People go along lines where they are not even supposed to go. If something falls from down, and if somebody with a head injury, if somebody dies, the other day I saw one fellow just going next to where the work is going on, just to that little space was available, he wants to overtake somebody and go. What traffic rules we are following? I have seen people, when traffic police shows the hand, they pull the hand down and they go. Lata Mara, huh? No respect for law. Are we, what society we are building for our future, for the young people? We have to move with the times. Therefore, please do not feel bad that when the law is enforced, that you have all to follow it. Just transportation, of course, is very important. I want to remind the young people here. Tamankar is here, who is the Bus Owners Association president. I was the president of All Goa Students Union when I had led an agitation for 50% half ticket, and I succeeded. We had to fight the likes of Shashikala Kakodkar, who was a very tough chief minister at that point of time. But I united all the student fraternity because I felt at that point of time students should have the freedom to move to any institution to get the best of education. Because I believe we can change society, we can transform anything and everything through educated mind, by getting positive inputs in society, by students being more creative with all positive agenda. That was my intention as a student leader, and I succeeded. Till today they enjoy that concession. Of course, sometimes I know there is talk of withdrawal of that. I don't think we have, as a government, any time intention of withdrawing. We'll never withdraw the 50% concession to the students. I want to say this because mobility is important for the student to choose the institution of their liking and move to that particular school or higher secondary or college, so he's easily able to travel by bus. But we have some practical problems which we are solving. Just the other day I received a big memorandum from the Bus Owners Association, which I gave to my director, which he is also analyzing them point by point, and we will be solving it. But Goa is a very small place. Everything spreads by word of mouth, and everybody knows everybody. If sometimes a challenge is issued to somebody, believe me, trust me, immediately you have that person calling you, and something urgent he will say. And what is it? Is this again? This is not the in thing. Asking to cancel a challenge. Please don't do that. As young people, let us move on to a new situation. As far as enforcement is concerned, as I said and I am repeating, it is not the intention to enforce something in such a way that it hurts you. It's only to make it safe for you. Emergency, as far as attending emergency, as I said, of safety, I think that 108 and other things we have in place, because whatever is necessary for the safety of a citizen in times of accident, in the State Council Road Safety we have been discussing it, and quite a lot of it we have almost implemented or are in the process of implementing. One thing that needs to be done in Goa is signages, which also in the Road Safety Council meeting we have discussed. The black spots that are there, accident prone areas, we should have a proper signage where people know this is an accident prone zone, therefore go slow. This is a black spot that needs correction, where it is a blind spot, it needs little widening, the curve needs improvement. All these things we have passed on to the Public Works Department, which they have told us that they will be working on it in the shortest possible time, and definitely action taken report also will be given to us in the next State Council meeting. So we have been working towards safety. This is as far as the road safety is concerned, and I am here only to say, as the Transport Minister, that this is a National Road Safety Week, 31st the National Safety Week. I am feeling very good that they chose to have this national function here in Goa. But we have to make Goa the safest place for driving and riding. Because today with tourists picking up bikes, I have seen, and the rent-a bike, we are not issuing any more licenses. Even I have stopped the renewals of more bikes. Rent-a-cab also we are facing a lot of problems sometimes. So many new licenses they want to bring about, and when I don't give, I become the bad guy. People just don't want to follow rules. So this thing, we have to strike a balance where Goa is a safe destination. You must realize one thing, today with the dependency on tourism, we cannot allow footfalls of tourism to fall, which are already falling. You have much cheaper destinations where traffic is much more well regulated, people are more friendly. I am getting more reports all in these Southeast Asian countries. Hotels are cheaper, transport is better, much more better regulation. We will lose out everything, and then there is no use of crying over spilled milk. So we have to put proper systems in place, whether it is in every sphere, whether it is transport and other sectors as well. Control Board Chairman here, Mr. Shetgaonkar, when I was trying to put up a garbage treatment plant. Initially so much of opposition because they were going by the rules of so many meters. One house also cannot be there if you are putting a garbage treatment plant. They relaxed that and they gave us permission because garbage is the next thing that we need to do in Goa. Even though this is a road safety week, what we will do, what is the safety of a citizen if the place is so dirtied with leachate coming, with the garbage getting rotten, and you transport disease from elsewhere here through a virus as it had happened in Surat at one point of time. Are we waiting to respond for that against a rising epidemic or something very severe to happen? Even a simple circular issued by my department of Panchayat for managing garbage, I want to use this function here, is misunderstood so much as if we want to take away power of the Panchayat. What are we doing? We are only seeing whether garbage system is in place. And Mr. Setkonkar again from Goa Pollution will be aware how much NGT is breathing down on it, how much High Court is breathing down on it. What are they saying? No, give everything to us, we will decide. I don't know what is happening in Goa. Even though there are several people and people at large, according to me, even what the press tell me, they are happy after this circular issued because at least they are saying now garbage will be managed properly. My ward will become clean, my panchayat will become clean. But if people think otherwise, that we have some other hidden agenda, then sometimes we have to do a rethink. But as young minds here, I want to simply tell you, you have to think what is good for the future. And you have to see that social media is used properly because it's more the youngsters who use the social media. Use it for positivity. Use it for more positive things and then you will see good things happening. Without saying anything more, I only want to wish each and everyone here a very happy 2020. Let us see that we have a positivity running through us. Sieve out the negative things because JCs also are involved in this. Mr. Kupnur will know that they have so many functions and most of their training goes towards young people. Tiwari also is there and several others. They go to train young minds. See that you make them aware of road safety. You are already in it. I want you to be a little more because it is the youngsters who will bring about the change. And rightly so, you have said with the youth this can be done. I am happy about that because even though I might have reached a different age group, but I always consider myself young because I came from the student movement. I cannot forget my student days and neither my youth movement in the All Goa Students Union. I had organized the biggest youth festival ever which has happened when I was the president in Institute Minajis Braganza Hall. So much so that all those trophies are still lying in one of the colleges. Never festival being conducted. About 8 trophies, huge trophies. So basically what you should do is concentrate on the positive thing, promote positivity about road safety, make people follow the rules and see that it becomes like a movement through word of mouth that we have to be safe. Wear your helmet because tomorrow it should not be government versus the citizen because I am sure this will happen to an extent when the new law comes because imagine a fine going up from 100 rupees to 1000 rupees for not wearing a helmet. This is the new rule under new Motor Vehicle Act. So who will want to shell out 1000 rupees for not wearing a helmet? It's better खुदी बरे helmet घालून गेल्यार न्ही असं जावपा जाय. प्रत्येक जाणा हे जावपा जाय. माझी एकूच सो माझी एकूच विनंती सगळ्या की प्रत्येक जाणान सेफ हेल्मेट घायल्या ओदी बरे आणि तुमची सेफ्टी काळजी घेया, जीवाची काळजी घेया. तुमकां कोण तरी घरा कडेन रावता आमचे सगळ्यांचे आमचे मोग करपी मोगी लोक आसा तेंचे तरी आठवण करा आणि नाका जाल्ले रस्त्यार मस्ती करनाका आणि युथाक एकूच हांगा यंगस्टर्सूय हा बायक चलोवपी. हांव केन्ना ते मिरामार पळयता तशें एक व्हिलान अशें वयर काडून व्हिली आनी ते चोरी करपाक वचनाका कित्याक एक एक्सिडेंट जालो तकली आपडली कोणूच साल्वार करपाक तुमकां आसपाना ते तेन्ना कोणूच पावना. तुमचे थ्रिल पळोवपाक मागीर ते व्हिडिओ तुमी धाडटा सक्सेसफूल जालो बरो आनी पडलो जाल्यार मागीर कोण येतलो? हे सगळे लोक येतले. त्रास तुम्ही तुमच्या घरच्यांकूच दिता, तुमचे कोण आहा आपले म्हूण आहात तेंकाच दिता. सो दुसऱ्यांक त्रास दिनाका. गोंयचे रोड सारखे सुरक्षीत दवरया, आमी आमचे पालन करया, सगळे ट्रॅफिक रुल्स आमी जे म्हणटा ते. गोंयकारांचे जे आमी सदां म्हणटा, गोंयकार दुसरे भाशेन, गोंया आमचे सेफ, गोंयान आमचे बरे, आमी सगळे रुल्स फॉलो करता अशें जावन दी. हेंच सांगून हांव सगळ्या हाजीर आशिल्ल्यांक परत एकदां काळजांतल्यान चड आनी चड देव बरें करूं. देव बरें करूं.